Hi, I'm Ari. Welcome to my podcast, Stillness and Shadow, a spiritually open space for reflection, ritual, and becoming. I'm glad you're here. Now, before we get started, I want us to just take a second and arrive. I want us to be present in this space. Wherever you are, however you're listening, I want this space to be gentle. I want us to be able to be vulnerable and to truly do feel whatever our bodies and our spirits need us to feel at this particular time, and to just know that it's okay to feel that way. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to understand everything that's happening around you. You're simply invited to be present. Now, I want to talk about the full moon that just happened. January 3rd of 2026 marked the arrival of our wolf moon. This is the first full moon of the year. Now, what the wolf moon represents is renewal, beginnings, prosperity, and perseverance. The wolf moon is named for the wolves that were heard howling in the depths of winter, but not because they were lost, because they were simply reaching out to one another. And in many ways, this moon invites us to do the exact same thing. Now, in 2026, the wolf moon rises in the sign of Cancer. This is a sign that's deeply tied to emotion, memory, intuition, and the inner world. So the full moon activates both Jupiter and Mars. These are planets of action, anger, expansion, and amplification. So everything is like full force right now. Now, what this means in real terms is that emotions may feel louder, reactions are bigger, and what was once small and could just be brushed off your shoulders is now so heavy. You might feel like you're burning the candle at both ends and like your nervous system is begging for rest, but life itself hasn't slowed down enough to allow that rest to take place. If that's you, nothing's wrong. This is not failure, this is simply awareness. Now, Cancer teaches us that you aren't meant to suppress emotions. Instead, you're meant to understand them. They're meant to be honored and then released back into the universe once their message has been received. Now, the moon is a powerful moment for reflection. It's for noticing what has already begun to manifest and for recognizing how far you've come, even if it doesn't look that way from the outside or if it doesn't feel that way. Now, it's also a time to surrender the things that we've been holding against ourselves. The self-exceptions, the self-punishments, the I should be further by now thoughts. Let those things go. Surrender them back into the universe and instead manifest positive things. Manifest things that are more centered on your personal growth. Take ownership of that growth and where you have been and where you are going and where you currently are. Now, gratitude does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. Gratitude means honoring the journey. And that's what we're doing by honoring and acknowledging where we've been, where we are now, and where we're headed. Now, I want to discuss how this full moon specifically speaks to the different zodiac signs. Now, traditionally, in terms of full moon-esque things, it goes back to your rising birth sign. So that being said, if you don't know your rising birth sign, my advice would be to look into that. It's called a natal chart, and it literally just shows you like the exact alignment of the stars on the day, time, and at the place that you were born. They're actually pretty cool. So if that's something that interests you, I would advise you to look into that. But if not, totally fine. Just feel free to use your sun sign for this next part. But all right, so let's get into that. So Aries is in the fourth house. So as Aries moves into the fourth house, the focus turns towards home, emotional, and internal viewpoints. So this is an invitation to release the past, those things that are no longer serving us that we hold on to for some reason, the memories that replay themselves late at night, the moments that we wish that we could rewrite. We're encouraged to let those go. Instead, ask yourself, what am I still carrying that no longer belongs to me? You are allowed to create sanctuary. You are allowed to feel safe now. Now, moving forward from Aries, Gemini moves into the second house, encouraging proper communication, to say what you mean and to mean what you say. Ask yourself, am I truly communicating, or am I simply letting things fall through the cracks? Take a step back and contemplate whether you react when faced with a situation or if you're truly thinking it through. In doing this, manifest clear, meaningful connections and release old patterns of exploding with overwhelming emotion and allowing yourself to approach level-headed and prepared with solutions. Now, Leo moves into the 12th house, advising you to release past traumas and fears. So often we hold on to our traumas. Looking back at my own childhood, I remember more of the negative things that happened than I do of the positive things. And I feel like that could potentially be true for a lot of us, but this is encouraging us to release those, to instead let those go and instead manifest a more positive outlook on things, and to manifest inner peace and renewal, to shed the past and welcome the future in all of the bright and warm ways that it is presenting itself to us. Libra moves into the 10th house, telling us that it's time to release ambitions that no longer resonate. Those things that you were told of, you need to go to this college or get this career or whatever it may be in order to be successful, but we don't feel that that is our calling. Release those things, those expectations that were put on us by other people. Let those go. We don't need to feel like we aren't measuring up anymore because we're not following what was set out before us. Instead, manifest success on a path and recognition for who you want to be and who you are already becoming. You know who you are. In life, we are all given a choice. We can go right or we can go left. And you get to decide which path you want to take. And in doing that, let yourself feel the success that comes from being able to make that decision for yourself. Be recognized as who you want to be, not who someone else chose for you to become. Now, Aquarius moves into the 6th house. This tells us it's time to let go of routine and habit. Stop doing things just because it's the way that you have always done them and the way that your parents did them. As children, we watch our parents interact with the world. We watch how they problem solve, how they speak to people. And we learn that this is the right way. This is how it's done. And that's not always true. And so instead, manifest, a different way of handling things. Manifest the positive lifestyle that you wish to have. We don't have to follow the negative examples that were set out before us. Like I said before, we get to choose our own path. If you don't want to follow those footsteps, you don't have to. It's okay to be your own person. Now, Taurus steps into the 3rd house, telling us that it's time to update the way that we think and speak. Let go of vague, unclear language. Let go of doubt and the feelings of I can't. Instead, reframe those thoughts and initial reactions and allow yourself to form meaningful connections through clear, precise thoughts and communication and expectations. Be clear with what you want, because we are not settling for less in 2026. Let yourself speak your desires as if they were fact, because the more you do that, eventually they will be. We are taking back our power in 2026. We are no longer afraid of upsetting others or afraid of coming up short. We are coming in powerfully, wholly, just 100% ourselves, and we are 100%. We are the force to be reckoned with in the world, and we are stepping into that light and allowing ourselves to be that. Now, Cancer moves into the 1st house, letting us know that it's time to release outdated self-perception. Release self-doubts and feelings of being less than, and instead let yourself step into that authentic role that you truly are. Let yourself be that confident version of yourself and to choose to consciously love that person just as they are without a silver lining. Just pure acceptance. Stop with the low self-esteem, the low confidence, and just be unapologetically yourself. And have the mentality of those who are my people will accept this, and those who are not will not. And that's okay because I accept this. We are accepting ourselves. We are loving ourselves. We are building ourselves up. We are our own biggest fan. And that is enough. We are not seeking validation from other people anymore. We are seeking validation from ourselves. We are showing up each and every single day for ourselves. We are getting up in the morning to raise our own confidence, our own self-esteem. We are building ourselves up from the ground up, and we will not stop moving until we reach our destination. This is our year, and we will not rest until we reach where we are going. Now, Virgo steps into the 11th house, encouraging the release of any outdated social circles. No longer are those friendships that only call when they want something, or the family members who are only ever present because it looks nice on social media. We are welcoming healthy relationships, healthy friendships. We are letting ourselves find our people who show up for us 100% of the time, no matter what the idea is, no matter what it looks like. And they are supporting us. They are riding for us because we are riding for ourselves. And in choosing ourselves, we can truly choose the best company to keep. Now, Scorpio moves into the 9th house, marking this as a time to release limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. Beliefs that there is a set prophecy to uphold that lands strictly on your shoulders. Instead, manifest expansive opportunities for personal growth. Let go of the feeling that you will never measure up. Stop comparing yourself to others. This is where you instead look back and notice all of your progress. Give yourself permission to feel praise, and not only praise from other people, but praise for yourself, because that is the strongest level of praise that you can get. You hold all of the power here. You have come so far, and it is time for you to notice that. It's okay to notice that. It's not selfish. It's not conceited. It is simply acknowledgement. It is part of being present for yourself, and part of growing is acknowledging where you have been and where you have come as a result of your efforts, so that your efforts never go wasted. Now, Capricorn steps into the 7th house, letting us know that it is time to release unhealthy patterns in partnerships. No longer are we accepting that this is just the way that things are. No longer are we accepting anything less than what we deserve. No longer are we settling for anything. We're not settling. We are accepting nothing other than well-rounded relationships and friendships. No longer are we allowing interference between us and our highest good, hindrances on our confidence or our self-esteem. We are instead welcoming deeper, more balanced connections and relationships that support growth and happiness. We are not letting other people stand in the way of where we are going. We are going, and they are either going with us or they are getting left behind. We are moving. And they have a choice to make. And we need to allow them to make that choice. We cannot allow ourselves to carry those weights up this hill, because ultimately we will go tumbling down. And that is not an option anymore. Pisces moves into the 5th house, telling us it is time to let go of any blocks towards our passion and creativity. No more believing that things we hold as hopes, dreams, and aspirations are unobtainable or not worth reaching for. Instead, we are reaching for the stars, and we are letting ourselves reach that full potential. We're allowing ourselves time to play, create, time for fun, time for things that make us happy, things that we love, regardless of what that looks like to anyone else. So what if they think it's foolish? We enjoy it, and therefore we are going to engage. This is a year for us. We are not proving ourselves anymore. You have proven enough, and you are good enough. Now, the full moon is a time for forgiveness. It's for releasing the things that are no longer serving us and for moving into bigger and better things. I would like to offer this time right now, if you feel drawn, for you to go and grab a candle and light it in front of you. I want you to take a piece of paper and a pen and write down everything that you're releasing, whether that be something that resonated with you from this video or simply something that just came to mind as you were listening. I want you to write those things down. There's no right or wrong way on how to do this. There's no correct order, nothing of that sort. Just feel free to write those things down. Now, I want to leave some time while you write those things down. And as you're writing, I want you to focus in on your intentions. Whether you're writing traumas or you're writing false beliefs that you've been carrying with you. And once you have that written down and you're ready, I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to burn that list in the candle's flame. This is releasing it back into the universe and ridding yourself of those things. Those negativities cannot hold weight on you anymore. Let yourself feel lighter. Let yourself the room to breathe. Now ask yourself, who at this time needs your forgiveness? Is it you or someone else? Forgiving who right now would make you feel lighter and more in sync moving forward? Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing to let go and choosing to turn it over to the universe and no longer allow it to hold the ties on you anymore. Sever those ties. Let yourself step back into your life. And if it's another person, it doesn't mean letting them back in. If they're not healthy for you right now and where you are in your own personal journey, feel free to let those doors close. We can always mend those bridges later. If it's yourself, forgive those judgments that you've been holding on to. Forgive the times that you didn't love yourself the way that you needed to be loved. The times that you didn't protect or nurture yourself in the moment that you needed it most. Allow yourself to stop holding those things, those, memories of times that you came up short. And instead, accept and love yourself in spite of those things. Choose to do better for yourself moving forward. It's okay to fall flat. What matters most is how we adjust when we pick ourselves back up. That shapes our personal growth. Yes, you might not have shown up for yourself in the past. You might not have loved yourself the way that you needed to be loved. But moving forward, you're going to do that. So forgive those things and do better moving on. Now at this time, I'd like to open the space for contemplation through meditation. If you feel so inclined and you'd like to join me, we're just going to close our eyes and take a single deep breath through our nose and out our mouth. We're focusing on grounding ourselves in this particular moment. I want to take this time to thank you for sharing this space with me today. I encourage you to take with you anything that resonated and discard the rest, releasing it back into the universe. Until next time, trust your path, honor your journey, and be gentle with yourselves. And remember that what is meant for you will meet you exactly where you are. Until next time on Stillness and Shadow, thanks so much. Bye.